Welcome to the Anant Katha channel. Today, I am fortunate to narrate this story, and you are equally blessed to hear it. For this, we thank the Lord. According to the Devi Bhagwat Puran, the king of Chedi, Uparichar, pleased the king of the gods, Indra, through his penance, and Indra gifted him a divine chariot made of crystal, allowing him to travel everywhere. Because he traveled high above without ever touching the ground, he became known in all worlds as Uparichar, one who travels above. Once his wife Girika expressed her wish to bear a child. While she was praying, his ancestors commanded him to hunt for deer. Hearing this order, the king thought of his wife, but prioritized his ancestors' command and left for the hunt. While in the forest, the king thought of his wife, causing an involuntary emission. Quickly, he placed it on a banyan leaf, thinking it should not go to waste, especially since his wife was in her fertile period. Calling a hawk, the king instructed it to take the leaf to Girika. The hawk flew off swiftly with the leaf in its beak. However, another hawk saw it and mistook it for a piece of meat, attacking immediately. The two hawks fought over the leaf, and it eventually fell into the Yamuna River. At that moment, a celestial nymph named Adrika was bathing there. She had disturbed a Brahmin during his meditation, so he cursed her to become a fish. After begging for forgiveness, the compassionate Brahmin assured her that she would be freed from the curse after giving birth to human children. Transformed into a fish, Adrika swallowed the leaf dropped by the hawk while swimming in the river. Sometime later, a fisherman caught her in his net. Upon cutting her open, he was astonished to find two human babies, a beautiful boy and a girl. With this birth, Adrika was freed from her curse and returned to the celestial realm. The fisherman, amazed by this unusual incident, took the children to King Uparichar. The king was surprised and accepted the handsome boy as his own son, while the girl was left with the fisherman. As she grew, she became known as Matsyagandha, one who smells like fish. When she reached adolescence, she started assisting the fisherman in his work. One day, sage Parashar arrived at the Yamuna River while on a pilgrimage and asked the fisherman for a boat to cross. Hearing this, the fisherman told his daughter, Matsyagandha,
"Dear daughter, take this sage across the river in the boat."
Obeying her father's command, she seated the sage in the boat and began rowing him across. While they moved over the Yamuna's waters, the sage became infatuated with her beauty and touched her right arm.
O respected Brahmin, is this behavior appropriate for someone of your lineage and penance? You are a descendant of the great sage Vasishtha and are known for righteousness and Vedic knowledge. How can you act under the influence of desire? Human birth is rare, and to be born into a Brahmin lineage is even more special. A person of your wisdom should not let himself be swayed in this manner.
Hearing this, sage Parashar released her hand, and she continued rowing him to the other side. However, after crossing, the sage held her hand again. Trembling with fear, Matsyagandha asked him,
I have an unpleasant odor. Why don't you feel repelled by me?
At that, Parashar used his ascetic power to transform her smell into a pleasant fragrance. Matsyagandha, now smelling sweet, said,
O sage, my father and others could see us. It would not be right to do this during the day. Please wait until nightfall.
Upon hearing her request, Parashar created a thick fog around them, instantly shrouding the area in darkness. He then said to her,
I have never been influenced by desire before. Surely it is destiny that compels me today. My dear, in return, you may ask for any boon.
Matsyagandha requested a blessing that her parents would never learn of this incident, that her beauty would remain unblemished, that she would remain forever young, and that her child would be as illustrious as sage Parashar himself. Parashara granted her wish, saying,
Your son will be born with a portion of Lord Vishnu's divine power, will be famous in all three worlds, and will be a compiler of the Puranas. Your fragrance will be everlasting, and your youth will always be fresh. All your desires will be fulfilled.
After Parashar departed, Matsyagandha immediately conceived and gave birth to a radiant son. The child grew up instantly and said to his mother,
Mother, I was born with a purpose for penance. I will now take your leave. but whenever you need me for an important task, remember me, and I shall come."
With these words he left, and Matsyagandha returned to her father's home. Since she had given birth to him on the Yamuna island, he became, known as Dvaipayan, one born on an island. Being born with a portion of Vishnu's power, he quickly matured and set out on pilgrimages for penance. Thus, sage Parashar's son, Dvaipayan, was born, who later divided the Vedas into several branches, thus earning the name Ved Vyasa. It was Vyasa himself who compiled the Puranas and, with Lord Ganesha's assistance, documented the epic tale of the Mahabharata, passing on his wisdom to his disciples. In this way, the story of Vyasa's birth unfolded. We should always seek to emulate the virtues of such great souls. Victory to the Mother Goddess.